வணக்கம். ஸ்ரீ செல்வி தாமோதரன் அவர்கள் மாலை அணிவிக்கும் பொன்னாடை போட்டியில் சிறப்பு செய்வார்கள். தொடர்ந்து திரு குலசேகரன் அவர்கள் துணை குமாரி திரு செல்வி தாமோதரன் அவர்கள் பொன்னாடை தொடர்ந்து வெற்றிவேல் வெற்றி வெற்றி வெற்றிவேல் வெற்றி வீர வீர வீரவேல் 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 வெற்றி வெற்றி வெற்றிவேல் வீர வீர வீரவேல் வெற்றிவேல் வெற்றிவேல்.
தெலுங்கானாவின் நிறைய ஹீரோக்கள் எல்லாம் இருந்தவர்களெல்லாம் ஓட செய்துவிட்டு தெலுங்கானாவின் சூப்பர் ஸ்டாராக இருக்கக்கூடிய கிஷன் ரெட்டி அவர்களையும் வருக வருக என்று வரவேற்கின்றோம். தமிழ்நாட்டில் இருக்கக்கூடிய கட்சியில் தாத்தா பாட்டி பேரன் என்று இருந்த நிலைமையை மாற்றி பாரதிய ஜனதா கட்சியில் கோவை மண்டலத்தில் இருந்து ஒரு பெண்மணி இன்று அகில இந்தியாவுக்கு தலைமையில் இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரு பொறுப்பில் இருக்கக்கூடிய வானதி அம்மா அவர்களை வருக என்று வரவேற்கின்றோம். எங்களுக்கெல்லாம் எப்பொழுதும் வழிகாட்டியாக இருக்கக்கூடிய அருமை தலைவர், எங்களுக்கெல்லாம் காட்ஃபாதர் என்று சொல்லக்கூடிய ஐயா இலகணேசன் ஐயா அவர்களை வருக என்று வரவேற்கின்றோம். மோடிஜியால் காங்கிரஸ் கட்சியில் கிட்டத்தட்ட 16 மாநிலத்திற்கு ஆர்கனைசேஷன் செக்ரட்டரியாக நிர்வாகத்தை கொண்டிருந்த எங்களுடைய துணை தலைவராக இருக்கக்கூடிய இன்சார்ஜாக இருக்கக்கூடிய ஆந்திர பிரதேசத்தின் ஸ்ரீ சுதாகர் ரெட்டிஜி அவர்கள் மோடிஜியால் அறிமுகப்படுத்தப்பட்டவர். அப்பேற்பட்ட தலைவர் எங்களுக்கு துணை வழிகாட்டியாக இருப்பது எங்களுடைய பெருமை. அடுத்ததாக ஐபிஎஸ் படிப்பு கூட எங்களுடைய தலைமைக்கு முன்பாக எங்களுடைய என்றும் உலகத்தினுடைய ஹீரோவாக இருக்கக்கூடிய ஒரே ஹீரோ உலகத்தில் இன்ற 20ஆம் நூற்றாண்டில் இருக்கக்கூடிய திரு மோடிஜி அவர்களுடைய வேண்டுகோள் இணங்க ஐபிஎஸ்சி துச்சமாக தூக்கி போட்டுவிட்டு இன்று தமிழ்நாட்டின் பாரதிய ஜனதா கட்சியின் ஒரு இரும்பு தூணாக இருக்கக்கூடிய திரு அண்ணாமலை ஐபிஎஸ் அவர்களை வரவேற்க என்று வரவேற்கின்றோம். அடுத்ததாக எங்களுக்கு வழிகாட்டியாக இருக்கக்கூடிய தன்னுடைய திறமையாலும் ஆய்வுகளாலும் எல்லோரையும் கவர்ந்து துணைத் தலைவராக இருக்கக்கூடிய ஐயா அவர்கள் டாக்டர் கனக சபாபதி அவர்களை வருக என்று வரவேற்கின்றோம். மேலும் பலரை ஒவ்வொருத்தரையும் வருக என்று வரவேற்றால் இதுவே முடித்துவிடும். எனவே நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு செல்வதற்காக எங்களுக்கு இந்த வாய்ப்பை கொடுத்த எங்களுடைய தமிழகத்தின் விடிவெள்ளி, எல்லோரும் சிம்ம சொப்பனமாக இருக்கக்கூடியவராக இருக்கக்கூடிய எங்கள் டாக்டர் முருகன்ஜி அவர்களுக்கு இன்டலெக்சுவல் டீமின் சார்பாகவும் தனிப்பட்ட ஒவ்வொருத்தருடைய சார்பாகவும் உங்களுடைய அனைவரின் சார்பாகவும் எல்லோரையும் இருகரம் கூப்பி வருக வரவேற்று நிகழ்ச்சிக்கு செல்கின்றோம். நன்றி, வணக்கம். ஏதாவது குறை இருந்தால் நீங்கள் எல்லாம் இன்டலெக்சுவல்னால பெரிய மனிதர் பண்ணி மன்னித்து விட வேண்டும் என்று கேட்டுக்கொண்டு விடைபெற்றுக் கொள்கின்றேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம்.
More weight to it. Bharat Mata ki. I think that is better. Our State President of BJP, Dr. L. Murugan, can you hear me properly? You know, in army, when the sound system doesn't work, it means the program is going to go well. Kishan Reddy Garu, who's a colleague, he is just coming. Our National General Secretary and in charge for Tamil Nadu, C.T. Raviji, Sudhakar Reddy Garu, Nagendran ji, Srimati Vanati Srinivasan ji, Shri, I think his Annamalai ji is gone. Ella Ganeshan ji, Kanaga Sabapati ji, and all other senior members of the party, all those who are contributing to the party, all those who feel that nation is important and they are part of today's meeting. Vanakkam, Namaskaram. My Tamil is limited to few sentences that I learnt while as part of IPKF. So pardon me, and I'll carry on in English if I have your permission to do so. Today we are at a very interesting stage in the life of the country. And why I say interesting, because last 6 years have been very eventful where India is concerned. A party came to power in 2014, a party which follows a philosophy of saying that the nation comes first, after that the party, and I as individual come after that. Now, if you scan the political scene and the political parties in India, mostly it was Hum Do, Hamare Do, family parties. There were parties which were only from father to son or daughter, or, the propagation was only in the family. And it was always, I come first, my family comes first, I must make all the money. The nation is not all that important. And that is why we have had ills for a very long time. And one of the reasons why, after a lot of deliberation, I decided to join Bharatiya Janata Party was that here was a party which thought like the military, that the nation comes first, always and every time. And that is why I said 6 years have been very eventful in the history of the nation. If you look at these 6 years dispassionately, without any biases, there is nobody who can say that the 6 years have not changed the course the country was taking. It has changed the course. And I'll give you many examples. A lot of people analyze it from their own point of view. Let's look at the economy itself. What was the economy pre-14? What has been taken forward? How is it going today? Even when the world was witnessing a type of recession because of COVID, the FDIs, the FIIs were flocking to India. Now, what is so special about India? There has to be something. That's why people are investing money. I mean, each one of us, if we were to invest money, we would go where we will get profit. And if they're coming to India, it means they all feel that India is a destination which will give them profit. So, there are a lot of people who will use very big economic words to say that economy is not going well. I'm going to talk in common people term. The economy has done extremely well. Economy needed restructuring. Economy needed a right direction. Economy needed to go in a proper manner so that long-term benefits come. If you look at short-term benefit, it's very easy. You can do many things which people have done. You can make quick profits for yourself and for your concerns, but if you are looking at long-term benefit to the nation, the policies adopted are the ones which are going to give us benefit. Where are we today in the Committee of Nations? There are 193 countries which are members of the United Nations. A decision was taken in 2014 that mainly we have been visiting countries which appear big, which appear rich, which appear powerful. But we have neglected all others. And a decision was taken that we must touch each and every country. And you will be surprised that in 3 years' time, we were able to touch at ministerial level each and every of those 192 countries. 193 is India. 192 countries. And what was the result? Because some people will say, so what, you went and visited Samoa in the middle of Pacific Ocean. What was the result? The result was, when you put up Justice Bhandari's candidature for International Court of Justice, when the only people left were one from UK, which is a permanent member of UN, and Justice Bhandari, when the UN established convention says that a permanent member's candidate will always be selected, here was a situation where Justice Bhandari was facing the justice from UK. And all these countries whom we have touched, all these countries with whom we have made friends, turned around, went to UK and told him, the UK representative, that we are going to vote and vote for India. So they withdrew their candidate. And Justice Bhandari was selected. Has this happened earlier? Just scratch your heads and look at it. It's not never happened. Whether it was WHO, whether it was any other UN organizational requirement, the type of support that we have got from nations is unprecedented. And why has this happened? It has happened because you have a Prime Minister in Modi ji who decided that India must be recognized in the world. And for the 5 years that I was in Ministry of External Affairs, I used to notice very interesting thing. I had a habit of whichever country I went to, I asked for a audience with the Prime Minister or the President. Unfortunately, my previous avatar gave me enough weight to, not that I have not added weight, but I think it gave me enough weight to my name that I was able to take audience with them. And everywhere, there was always one request in that audience. General, why don't you ask your Prime Minister to visit our country? We will benefit by it. Now you have a Prime Minister who the world is asking for. You have a Prime Minister who the world is admiring. You have a Prime Minister who is single-handedly, single-mindedly trying to take India forward. So, does it add value to India or not? It adds. And what does it mean? It means that each and every Indian is now recognized in the world. Today your passport has a value. There were days when if you stood in a line and for your formalities outside India, generally they will say, Indian, okay, we will see you later. It is not so now. How this come about is what I want you to all to think. Because it is important that we as a nation have leaders who are capable of taking India forward. Otherwise, it doesn't make any difference. And we have seen it for 70 years as to what has happened. Similarly, you look at within the country as to what has happened. We all used to hear a slogan, Garibi Hatao. All of us have heard it. But did the Garibi go away? Did people actually care for the Garib? Or this Garibi Hatao was only for garnering some votes when the elections came? Give it a thought. What has happened after 2014? Most of the schemes that were made by the government touched every section of the society. Whether it was poor, whether it was Dalit, whether it was women, whether it was people who were neglected, whether it was a farmer, whether it was a worker. Every section of the society without any discrimination of caste, creed and religion was touched. There are people who blame Bharatiya Janata Party for propagating a particular religion. You look at the beneficiaries of the schemes of this party. Every section of society has been touched. Without fail, no religion has been discriminated. Without fail, nobody has been left out of it. Now that shows that these policies are pragmatically worked out and implemented so that the whole nation can move together. Is that good or bad? Sorry if I keep asking you questions. Good or bad? I didn't hear it. Why I said I didn't hear it because after 42 years in the army, the ears at times, give a little problem. If you look at some of the schemes, poor families got gas. 8 crore families have got gas connection free. Yeah, of course, cylinder you have to buy. Everything cannot be free because if everything is free, you lose value. But the initial thing of having the connection is free. Problem, I think things will go well. Welcome, Kishan Reddy Rao. You look at the type of beneficiaries within Tamil Nadu and you will find as to how good these schemes have been. Tamil Nadu itself has got the highest share from the national exchequer, 6 lakh crores for various projects. And I think when family parties come to you and go about propagating, you must ask them, what did you get for Tamil Nadu? Yes, they got something for themselves. There are too many scams, I'm not going to mention it because everybody knows about it. What did they get for Tamil Nadu? Today, if your infrastructure is good, it is after 2014. It is when the central government under Modi ji and Nitin Gadkari ji decided that all ports must have good connectivity, all manufacturing hubs must be so well connected that they can save time, they can save money, and they are able to reach the export hubs as fast as possible. The work is ongoing. I'm not saying the work has finished. We are looking at many more highways and expressways coming up in Tamil Nadu. We are looking at connectivity right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. All this infrastructure is meant to ensure that ultimate benefit passes on to people. Similarly, you look at the type of infrastructure that has been created for air travel, for common people, the Udan scheme, so that the person who wears a Hawai Chappal can also travel in Hawai Jahaj. Look at the thinking. Small town which was known more for a criminal gang movie called Jila Ghaziabad, that's my constituency. We have got a civil air terminal. We are not very far from Delhi, but we have got a civil air terminal. Similarly, many small towns have got. People are finding it easier to travel. You look at the type of infrastructure that came up because of COVID. Hospitals were upgraded, health centers were upgraded, and you look at the way India has been lauded in the world for how it has handled COVID. As a nation, we ensured that hydrochloroquine went out to anybody who wanted. That's a different thing that other drug companies thought that if a cheaper solution comes from India, they will go out of business. So they said hydrochloroquine is not good. You need to take something else which is much more costly. Anybody who's taken hydrochloroquine is okay. Nothing has happened. And I must share this secret with you. All army doctors who were treating COVID patients were taking hydrochloroquine. None of them fell sick. And they were very happy. They didn't want anything expensive. Today, India has its own vaccine and we are supplying to other countries. But you also have people who are not happy with it. So they come out and say, if you take this vaccine, ABC will happen to you. Your future generations will suffer, etc., etc. They're all enemies of the nation. They don't want the nation to prosper. I sincerely admire one major thing that has happened, and that is how to check corruption. Whether it was corruption which we all faced when we filed our income tax returns, today it is faceless. There is no problem. All of those who have taken a passport in older times would remember that we had to run around to get a form signed from a class A gazetted officer. So you looked around whose friend is a class A gazetted officer, or which dalal will take you to that gazetted officer to get it signed, how much money has to be dished out. And what is it today? You sit on your mobile or your laptop or your computer, you file your application. On a plain sheet of paper you can give that declaration, and that is it, because this government trusts its citizens. Now, isn't this a change? It is a change. Transparency has been brought in. The money is being transferred straight into the banks of people. There is no problem. Everybody has been brought into the system of a financial system which ensures that there is no pilferage of money. And this is what we all wanted. We all, used to go abroad and say, oh, the system is very good out there. Isn't it good out here? Who thought that India should be clean? Everybody thought India should be clean. But how many made an effort for it? How many decided that all villages must not only be electrified, but each house must have a toilet facility so that women in villages don't have to go out? Now, these are the things that matter actually to a nation. Big talk doesn't matter. It is how these things are implemented that make a difference to a nation. And look at, for years everybody has talked of our education policy. After taking comments from everybody, it has gone through an overhaul to make things better. It may not be perfect today, but it will become perfect tomorrow. Much better than what we have seen for the last 70 years. It will ensure that we understand the glory of India. You go outside Tamil Nadu and ask somebody, do you know who were Cholas? The person will look around, who were Cholas? They don't know the great kingdom of Chola which created Indian influence all over Southeast Asia, which is visible today. Now, when will our youngsters start reading about it? When will they understand the greatness of India? And Tamil Nadu has been a hub which has created great many things for India. I'm not saying because I'm speaking to you, I'm saying genuinely because I believe in it. How many of you know that after Emperor Ashoka embraced Buddhism and he started propagating it, and his progenies went around, they went to Sri Lanka, they went all over Southeast Asia and other countries, that for almost 4 centuries whole of India was Buddhist. Do you know this? Whole of India, you and me included, our forefathers included, we were all Buddhists. And then a movement started from the Kanchi Peeth by the Shankaracharya, who said, this Sanatan Dharma has vanished. Let's get it back. And without firing a shot, without using a sword, without using a spear, they went around talking to people, and in about 20 years or 30 years, Buddhism went out in small pockets. Today, you don't talk of India as a Buddhist nation. We went back to Sanatan Dharma. And a Sanatan Dharma which embraces every segment of the society. That is why it has survived. It wouldn't have survived otherwise. That thing about Tamil Nadu, who is going to explain? How will we learn this greatness that exists? How will we learn that Tamil is one of the oldest languages? And it can be learned. It is not that it cannot be learned. I'm sure if somebody works on it to simplify it, then I can learn more than what I say, Peranna. I can learn that. So, I think what is needed is to understand that a party is taking country on a trajectory which will truly show up in next couple of years. And therefore, should we not support such a leader and party? Okay. I heard some voices, right. Should we support? We should. Now, this is what I request you all. You are all part of the intellectual clan. You are all part of people who talk to people, make them understand things. Go and talk to them. We don't need family parties. Because family parties only party with the family. Family parties are not interested in the nation. And you can pick up any family party. Without fail, you will find this trend. You require parties which are dedicated to the nation. I purposely did not talk about the security situation. Otherwise, I'll only give 2 examples. Every time we had a problem, we used to do Ninda. Next time it will happen, we'll do Ghor Ninda. Then we'll do Ati Ghor Ninda. Nothing used to happen. What happened when Pulwama, we lost 40 plus people? You did an air strike. Now please understand this. Without declaration of war, no nation does air strike. Leave Israel aside. It's a different situation altogether. An air strike without declaration of war actually signifies that you've declared war. And what did we do? We wiped out a big terrorist camp, despite whatever Pakistan says. Today they are coming up and saying 300 people vanished. They did vanish because the type of bombs that were used penetrated the roof, and when they went out, some people got vaporized. We sent a signal, enough is enough. Don't mess with us. Only a strong government can do this. Chinese have been troubling us all along the line of actual control for some reason or the other. They always felt that if they claim 10 kilometers and after that negotiate with us, at least they will get 8, if not more. What has happened this time in Eastern Ladakh? We said, sorry, It is not acceptable. We occupied areas which they never thought we will occupy. They thought they will bring tanks onto a high altitude area. They brought a light tank, we took a heavy tank out there. And that is why, as negotiations started, they thought we will budge. We did not budge. And the situation is, they said, okay, you want us to go to so and so place? We are vacating. I'm telling you the truth. They just vacated. All that they've asked us is, when we vacate, please don't occupy this area. Has it happened earlier? Has it happened earlier? So, you have a government that cares for the boundaries of the nation. It ensures their security, which means that people are secure within the country. Now, this is something which is important. You will also hear, because my party has already said that I was part of IPKF, so I heard one of the family party chaps who came up to me and asked me, sir, were you part of IPKF? No, I knew what he was meaning, because that's what they have been propagating. I told him that when my unit left after 2 years from down south of Sri Lanka, a place called Putovil, which is a tourist spot, right up to Bettikalo, the villagers had lined up the road to say, please do not go, we feel secure with you. That is the type of rapport that we have been able to establish with our Tamil brethren out there. They felt happy that we were there. They could carry on with their normal work. So don't go by the stories which these family parties have propagated. Believe in the country and believe in the leadership that is leading the country today. And I'm sure we all will ensure that such good things continue for the nation. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Respected V.K. Singh ji, my senior minister, former Army Chief, Government of India, another dynamic leader from South India, belongs to Karnataka, BJP National General Secretary C.T. Ravi Garu, my colleague from Telangana, is a former member of Legislative Council, Sri Sudhakar Reddy Garu, our veteran leader. Under his leadership, like me, number of young party workers, we grown in South India. My party senior leader, La Ganeshan ji, Kanaka Sabapati ji, Selva Damodar ji, Annamalai is one of the ideal young personality who want to serve the nation in different ways. He came to BJP. Sri Srinivasan ji, K.T. Raghavan ji, and elders of this great city. Chennai has been known for a rich tradition. Chennai has been known rich culture. Chennai has been known rich heritage. Sahodara Sahodari, Galai Vanakkam. I think everybody Anaivaram Saukyam. Nandri Vanakkam. I am from Hyderabad, South India. There is a wrong propaganda in Tamil Nadu because of some political ideology. They are doing last so many years in Tamil Nadu. BJP is a anti-South India. BJP is a intellectuals party. BJP is a upper caste party. BJP is a Hindus party. These are wrong propaganda taking place. I want to give example. In northeast states, there is 7 states, including 8 states. There is a population, 70% population, Christian population. But happily I can say this, in all northeast plus Sikkim, BJP allies ruling in that northeast states. BJP chief minister is there, BJP allied chief minister also is running the governments. In South India, so-called anti-South India, they are saying, in Karnataka, so many years, we are ruling, C.T. Ravi is representing Karnataka in this meeting. He is in charge of organization in charge of Tamil Nadu. Sudhakar Reddy is organization Sahi in charge of Tamil Nadu. Next elections, in Puducherry, Bharatiya Janata Party is going to form the government. In Telangana, Tamil Nadu I will come later. In Telangana, next assembly elections, we are Bharatiya Janata Party going to form the government. In Tamil Nadu also, NDA going to form the government again in Tamil Nadu. Because family parties, just now my senior minister is telling family parties about this Tamil Nadu. Not only in Tamil Nadu, you take Bihar, people of Bihar, they rejected family party in Bihar. You take UP people have rejected family party. You take Haryana, you take Jammu Kashmir, you take Punjab, including the National Party. They ruled round about 50 to 55 years this country. Congress Party, Sudhakar Reddy comes from Congress Party from. He is also rejected Congress Party. People of India also rejected Congress Party. There is no future in India, families parties, private limited parties. Family owned parties. Last 10 years, they rejected. In coming elections also in Tamil Nadu, they are going to reject it. I have confidence on Tamil Nadu people. They are going to reject it, family party again and again. Fortunate, India, there is a good leader leading the country. Is a dynamic leader leading the country. the commitment leader leading the country. You take any angle, last 6.5 years, there is no scam. Single NP, we did roll with accountability to the people of 130 crores people. Before that, you know better, Tamil Nadu 2G, Congress party, coal, I don't want to enter this because of lot of scandals. Every day, every TV, breaking news. Only scandal news. All front page banner heading, UPA regime, only scams, scams, scams. Last 6.5 years, there is no single scam. Every day, my Prime Minister is monitoring. My ministers are monitoring. We are the accountability of the people's money, hard-earned money. Prime Minister is last 6 years is taken so many decisions, historical decisions, long pending decisions, necessary decisions. You take tax reforms, first time in India after independence, through GST. Same product. In Chennai, there is a separate tax, different tax. That is, we go to the Nellore, Andhra Pradesh, there is separate tax, additional tax, different tax. This is a one nation, one country. Narendra Modi ji successfully implemented GST. And also, as a Home Minister of the state of Government of India, proudly I can say, under leadership of the Narendra Modi ji, under guidance of the Amit Shah ji, our Home Ministry has taken a decision, abrogation of Article 370. Last 70 years, we are not implemented our constitution in Jammu Kashmir. Last 70 years, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar constitution, we are not implemented. There is no women reservation in Jammu Kashmir. There is no child marriages ban in Jammu Kashmir. There is no OBC reservation in Jammu Kashmir. There is no CAG implementation, audit implementation in Jammu Kashmir. Like that, 170 acts passed by the Government of India through Parliament. There is no implementation in Jammu Kashmir. Now, under leadership of the Narendra Modi ji, after abrogation of this Article 370, successfully we are implementing 170 acts in Jammu Kashmir. We restore fundamental rights of the Jammu Kashmir people. We restore. You know, after independence, Black Developmental Council we constituted. After decades, successfully, peacefully, we organized local body elections, Gram Panchayat to Jilla Parishad, successfully. Now, there is no stone felting. Every day in Jammu Kashmir, somewhere, every day, एक हाथ में, one hand with Pakistan and flag, other hand stones. Where they are throwing stones? My security forces, our security forces. Who is throwing? Our Indian youth, perverted youth. Because of Article 370, because of ruling party, because of Pakistan, ISI, thousands of our security forces injured. I can say happily, proudly, abrogation of Article 370. There is no incidence of stone pelting. Terrorist activities are decreasing. 80% terrorist activities are decreasing in Jammu Kashmir. In other areas, there is no activity. I come from Hyderabad. One time, same time, in front of Secretariat, Lumbini Park, Gokul Chaat Bhandar, Dilsukh Nagar, at a time, 3 places bomb blast taken place. In Secretariat, in Bombay, at a time, 7 places bomb blast has taken place. In Taj Hotel, you know what happened? Afzal Guru. Like that, there is a number of cities, number of places, last so many years, bomb blasting taken place. I can say now, after Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji came, there is no bomb blast in anywhere. There is no curfew, there is no communal clashes, except in Jammu Kashmir, there are some small incidents. That also, just now, Singh Saab told, anywhere if bomb blasts take place, hundreds of people injured. What do we do? Everywhere in Hyderabad, death toll is a bomb blast, around about 300 people. In Maharashtra, above 1,000 people. In Coimbatore, in Tamil Nadu, there is above 50. Everywhere. Generally, all organizations or political parties, government, what do they do? They will put a candlelights, gulabi flowers, Pakistan Murdabad. If maximum, some our youth wing organizations, they will burn Pakistan flag. After 2 days, this situation is normal. हिंदी में नारा है, पाकिस्तान मारने वाला है, अब मार खाने वाला है. Pakistan will beat, Pakistan will kill, we will kill. This is a situation in last 70 years. పాకిస్తాన్ వాళ్ళు చంపుతారు, మనం చచ్చేవాళ్ళం. మా కర్మ ఇంతే, భగవంతుడు మాకు ఇదే రాసి పెట్టాడు, మేము చచ్చేవాళ్ళము. బట్ అండర్ లీడర్షిప్ ఆఫ్ ది నరేంద్ర మోడీ, we have written a new history. New history. If you kill once, if we kill our security forces one, we will kill 3. Under leadership of the Narendra Modi ji, our security forces शानदार तरीके से they entered Pakistan border. They destroyed the terrorist camp successfully. They came back. Air strike, surgical strike. This is the leadership of the Narendra Modi. This is a new India. Before that, India, nobody is recognized. Now under leadership of the Narendra Modi, India in entire world map, India is one of the powerful country. Under leadership of the Atal Bihari Vajpayee, this is a Pokhran nuclear test. Everybody knows India is also Pokhran, after Pokhran, one of the powerful country we emerged. After the surgical strike, air strike, India do anything in the world. Recently, you take Rama Janmabhoomi. This is a hundreds, I think 500 years ago, this history is there. Thousands of people killed. There is a clashes between two communities, two religions. But under leadership of Narendra Modi ji, Supreme Court, Government of India also produced a lot of documents, real documents, history. We can thanks to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court has given verdict in favor of Rama Janmabhoomi. In that day, everybody is afraid. Bharat mein kya hoga? What happened in India? Bloodshed will come. Communal clashes will take place. Entire India will burn. Like that, everybody is given statements, thoughts. But after Supreme Court judgment, there is no single incident. There is no single protest. Now Government of India is a constituted trust, and people of India, they are going to construct Rama Mandir in Ayodhya. People of India, not Government of India. Government of India, only they constitute trust. They will facilitate to construct a temple. But people of India, they are going to construct. There is a trust. They are going to every house to involve people of India for this Rama Janmabhoomi. They are collecting 10 rupees for each house. In Telangana, I am come from Telangana. You can wonder, Telangana people has given money, how much you know? 112 crores. Only Telangana. The poor people, rickshawala, vegetable shop, they are giving money because Rama Janmabhoomi, Ayodhya, Rama Mandir should construct. Like that, there is a Tribal Talaq, one of the oldest issue. I am coming from Hyderabad, you know. I contested Secunderabad Parliament constituency. There is a 20 lakhs votes. Round about 8 lakhs votes Muslim is there. I went to Muslim area for campaign. Lot of ladies, Muslim sisters, they came out house. They told me, brother, this time we are going to support you. I asked why. My brother is there. My brother, he protected us. He given a respect for us. Tribal Talaq Act, he removed. That's why we want to support Narendra Modi. There is a lot of change in entire Muslim community. Women folk. There is a new education policy, agriculture acts, Rama Janmabhoomi, Article 370, GST, economical reforms, tax reforms. You take any angle, any issue, good governance. Friends, latest situation, COVID. In the entire world, you can take any country. Before COVID time, my ministry is a nodal agency for issuing the nodal guidelines for all the states. Home Ministry is nodal agency. Disaster management we lead. That's why we opened the control room in Delhi. I am the Narendra Modi ji and Amit Shah ji given responsibility the control room. What happened? Everybody telling intellectuals, WHO, different developed countries, there is a 130 crores people in India, crores of people will affect this COVID. That is everybody's expectation, because India is a poor country, though infrastructure is not there, different religions, different cultures, nobody will learn, nobody will wear a mask, nobody will go discipline. But successfully today we can say COVID minimum effective. We came out from this COVID successfully under leadership of the Narendra Modi. You take PPE kits, you take ventilators, all we are importing before. Now we are supplying number of countries from India. Under Narendra Modi leadership, we are supplying PPE kits. But recent days, some intellectuals, they are importing toolkits. They are importing toolkits. Friends, I don't want to take your precious time. In coming elections, we are requesting you, myself and Singh Saab, we came from Delhi. We are going to assist Murugan ji, Ravi ji and Sudhakar Reddy ji, state team. We came for assist him. That's why we requesting you to bless Narendra Modi ji, to support Narendra Modi ji, support Bharatiya Janata Party. We are for Nation First Party. Our idea, every day, our programs, our statements, our reforms, our acts, our government, our step, only we think for nation. We are not a family party. We are not a family first party. We are the nation first party. We are the nation first party. Tamil Nadu, we know, patriotic, cultural, tradition, heritage is anywhere in Tamil Nadu we can see. I can give assurance, we will protect heritage of Tamil Nadu. We will protect culture of Tamil Nadu. We will protect tradition of Tamil Nadu. That's why, bless Bharatiya Janata Party. We are here to serve you. We are here to develop the Tamil Nadu in future, because Tamil Nadu can more industrial growth, more infrastructure growth can take place. There is a lot of employment we can provide through Tamil Nadu. That's why Government of India, on behalf of Narendra Modi ji, we are ready to serve the Tamil Nadu. I request once again in Tamil Nadu, all of Tamil Nadu people through this meeting, I am requesting to support NDA, to bless Narendra Modi. We will definitely, we will work for the nation. We will work for the Tamil Nadu. Jai Hind.